નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. Dear children, continues of our next topic is fundamental duty. What was the meaning of fundamental duty? Fundamental duty, it means maulik kartavya. It is known as a fundamental duty. Also, we can define a fundamental duty. The fundamental duties are defined as the moral obligation of all the citizens to help promote a spirit of patriotism and to uphold the unity of India. These duties set out in the Part 4A of the Constitution. Now, the people of India were more aware of their rights and the duties since the ancient time. Dear children, what they have to given that? They have to given that the people of India were more aware of their rights and the duties since from the ancient time. Just as the citizens are given the various fundamental rights and the various fundamental duties. And already we know that very well, as per our Constitution of India, they have given about the fundamental rights as well as the fundamental duty. Where incorporated it means sammilit karna, incorporated by the constitutional amendment in the 1976. Amendment it means research, Sanshodhan in 1976. It means these things was included in Constitution of India, the amendment in 1976. The fundamental duty aim to inculcate the love of nation, national integrity and the various high ideals and the value awareness among its citizens. What was the main aim of our fundamental duty, dear children? The main aim of our fundamental duty aim to inculcate the love of the nation, national integrity and the various high ideal as well as the values awareness among the citizen, thereby the helping in developing the nation. Every citizen of India should contribute towards the protection of the national unity. What they have to say that? That's why they have to say that every citizen of India should contribute towards the protection of the nation unity, integrity, sovereignty, so that this remain in the peace, security, communal harmony and accord. Thus the fundamental duty are given the first page of textbook. Dear children, you know very well that in your textbook of the first page they have given the fundamental duty. Now first, to abide by the constitution and respect the ideal and the institution, the national flag and national anthem. To abide it means we have to follow the constitution and respect the ideals as well as our institution and the national flag and the national anthem. Second, to cherish it means to attach, to connect, to cherish and the follow the noble ideals which inspire our national struggle for the freedom. Third one, to uphold and protect the sovereignty. You know very well that sovereignty it means sarvocha satta, unity as well as the integrity, akhandata, all these things and already this above all words you have learned in chapter number 8 already of India. For to defend the country and render the national services when called upon to do so. Which one? To defend the country and render it means prastut hona, whenever any kind of the national service called upon to do so. Fifth, to promote the harmony, harmony it means ekta and the spirit of common brotherhood among all the people of India, and transcending it means upliftment of the religious, linguistic, regional or sectional diversity, to renounce the practice of derogatory of the dignity of the woman. It means we have to give the respect to the woman. Sixth one, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. Seven, to protect and improve the natural environment. What they have to given that, dear children? They have to given that to protect and improve our natural environment, include our forest, lake, river, wildlife, and to have the compassion for the living creature. What was the meaning of compassion? Compassion, it means daya bhavna for the birds as well as the animals. It means we have to take care of our environment. Now, eighth one, to develop the scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and the reform. What they have to say that? They have to say that we have to develop the scientific temper. Temper, it means swabha. Humanism, it means manavtavad, and inquiry, it means janch karna, to reform. Ninth one, to safeguard the public property and to abjure the violence. Abjure, it means tyag karna. It means we have not doing the any kind of the activity in our nation where there was a violence. Tenth one, to strive towards the excellence in all the sphere of individual and collective activity so that the nation constantly rise at the higher level of endeavors and achievement. It means we have to work. Strive, it means prayas karna. It means we have to work for the excellence for the individual as well as the collective activity for the constant growth of our nation. 11. Who is a parent or guardian to provide the opportunity for the education to child? What they have to given that? They have to given that who is a parent or guardian to provide the opportunity for education to his child, or as the case may be ward between the age of 6 and 14 years. It means we have to provide the education to our children. Now, the 6th January is celebrated as a fundamental duties day in India. Which day was celebrated as a fundamental duties day in India, dear children? The 6th January was celebrated as a fundamental duties day in the India. Of all these duties, some duties are backed by the law. Out of all the duties, some duties are backed by the law. The person violating it, any person violate our duty, it can be sentenced. And a teacher should make an effort so that the student follow the duty and they become the aware and the consignation. What they have to say that we as a teacher, our responsibility that we have to done the effort that every student follow their duty and to become aware and consigned. Consigned, it means imandara. It is our duty and responsibility as a citizen to see that various social evils, it means burai जो society में होती. It is our duty and responsibility of every citizen to see the various social evils and the custom which are prevailing in the society should be eradicated. Eradicated, it means remove karna. It means we have to eradicate from the society, like untouchability, druggery, child labor, woman exploitation, dowry, female foeticide, स्त्री भ्रूणहत्या, ill custom, superstition. This all are the name of the society's evils, and this is our responsibility that we have to remove the all kind of this society's evils into the society. This duty are directive in conveying us that what a sensible and aware citizen must to do it. This duty, so that as a good citizen, this is our responsibility that we have to aware about it. If a citizen is propagate, you know very well, propagate, it means prachar karna, the importance and the utilization of fundamental duty, then the future of the citizen develop the feeling of the nation responsibility. If we have to propagate, it means prachar karna of the importance of utilization of our fundamental duty, then the future citizen develop the feeling of national responsibility as well as the international brotherhood, just as the exploitation free society. Now next one, they have to given about the directive principle of the state policy. Which one? Directive principle. Directive, it means nirdeshak, principle, you know very well, siddhant of the state policy, it means as per the state government. Directive principle of the state have been incorporated in the chapter number 4 of the constitution. What they have to given that, dear children? They have to given that whatever the directive principle of the state have been incorporated in chapter number 4 of the constitution. The objective of the directive principle of the state policy. Now what was the objective of the directive policy of the state policy? Is to guide the present and the future. What? This is the responsibility that they have to guide the present as well as the future of center and the state government, of the center as well as the state government in the policy making of the various policy related the field. What? The policy making in the various policy related field. These principles are directive, and whatever this principle, this all principle are directive. The state is not bound to fulfill them, and only the state is not fulfill them. But is that moral responsibility of state to keep this principle in the center? Whatever our principle of the state, we have to put them in the front of the central for framing the any policy. If the any state frame the any policy, they have to put in the front of the central government. The main objective of this principle is to see that the political, social and economical justice. Now what was the main objective? The main objective of this principle is to see that any political, social and economical justice should be available to all. Such a social structure should be established. It means we have to establish one kind of the social structure, and the all people get their justice from politically, socially and economically. For fulfillment of this objective and aim of the state, the principles serve a guideline. That's why whatever our principle it means siddha, serve as a one kind of the guideline to the all the people. There is no any provision in the constitution to implement this principle of law. These fundamental principles do not provide any legal support or legal rights. Then also the framing and administrating to the law of the state. These are the fundamentals, and that's why we can say that these all are as a fundamentals. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar to rule the regime it means vyavastha, shasan. To rule the regime, this principle are the foundation. It means an attempt to establish the political democracy in our constitution. What the Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar said? Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar said that to rule the regime it means shasan, vyavastha. These principles are the foundation of our constitution. It means whatever the attempt to establish the political democracy in our constitution, political democracy is incomplete without the social and economical democracy, and that's why we can say that whatever the political democracy is incomplete without the social and economical democracy. The Indian Constitution has include the directive principle of the state policy, the 4 section of amendment. What they have to given that, dear children? They have to given that our Indian Constitution has include the directive principle of the state policy in the 4 section. How many section? 4 section in the amendment. The kind of the country that we want to create, the kind of the society we want to construct, that vision is reflected in the directive policy. It means we want to create kind of the society and construct the vision that reflect our directive policy. The directive principle are actually direction given by the constitution. What was the directive principle? Directive principle are actually the direction given by our constitution of the union and state government. It means they have to given the direction of the constitution of the union and state government to adopt such policy that would help to establish an unbiased society in our country. It means we have to establish society into the proper way as per the Constitution of India. The primary aim of this principle is to establish social system based on social, economical and political justice. What was the primary and main of the principle? The primary aim of this principle is to establish social system, and this social system based on social, economical and political justice. This principle are about the implementation of objective as well as the ideals present in the preamble. What was the main objective? The main objective of this principle that to present in the preamble. These principles are not included in the Constitution of India. This principle do not serve the legal rights or the legal banking or legal utilization. What they have to say that whatever the principle, this principle do not serve the legal rights or legal backing or legal utilization for the proper administration of the state, for the proper administration of the state, the principle are channelized. Whatever the principle are there, or the principle are to be the channelized. These principle incorporated such a right as are required for the overall development of mankind. It means whatever the principle are there, all the principles have the rights as well as the required the overall development of the mankind. Now these directive principles are divided into the various sections, and that's why they have to already given that whatever the principle, this whole principle was channelized, it means bifurcated, and here the directive principle was to be divided into the various sections. Thank you for joining us.